Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Mom will be mad.
No, it'll be okay.
Okay.
How's everybody's week? Danna, how's your week?
It's good. Oh, it's actually been a rough week at our house.
We have some major things to discuss if we can discuss them.
I don't know if I'm going to say we are giving full warning on this.
If you have your children
if you
in
have
the
a
vehicle,
child in the vehicle, turn us off now and listen to us at a time where
Later.
you are by yourself. So we
and children being under the age of 15.
12. Under the age of 12, I think.
I was like taking
13,
this seriously.
yeah.
15.
Yeah.
It's a juvenile topic.
Yeah. So regarding Christmas.
Yes.
So if you catch
Our drift. If you catch what we're laying down.
picking up what we're putting down. All right. Real quick though, before we get into that.
So we're having Mexican fiesta night, and I had made these burritos, which I make, and apparently everyone was really loving them.
They were so good.
So then
I was going to text
we
Olivia
made
and
Campbell's
tell her.
margaritas, and I really needed the recipe, but I couldn't text my daughter and ask her for her margarita recipe because she's playing lacrosse. So I just made the margaritas. They're not half bad. They're pretty good.
They're not as good as Campbell's.
They're pretty good. I think she adds more Cointreau, but we tried a new little recipe.
But anyways, Tom just asked if I wanted something else to drink.
And she
because
said,
I had
I'm not
a
really feeling
margarita.
it.
I said, no, I don't need anything else. And then we were talking about something and he's like, are you sure you don't want anything else? And I was like, all right, I'll just have a shot of tequila. So Kristin said, you went from having from no, I don't want anything.
To a shot of tequila?
To a shot of tequila.
We escalated quickly.
So, sorry, Olivia's
Go
texting
ahead,
me
Danna.
that she is excited for the burritos.
Well, the burritos were good.
Yes.
So Danna is going to have a little tequila.
Okay, so I'm going to do a shot, and this is for Jane because I know she hates this.
You know what? While you're doing that, Jane, once we were in Disney World in Epcot, and Jane and I had some limoncello together. That might be the only time my mother's ever had alcohol.
So my mom
It's
used
so
to drink.
good there, though.
My mom used to. Actually, I have had some really, like a Bellini in Italy there. That was so good.
Makes me want to go to Italy every time for some
Did that
limoncello.
shot, guys. I feel it. It's burning a little bit. So my mom used to drink, but then she had to have one of her kidneys removed. And so she is very, very listen, I only got one. So she's got to treat it really good so she doesn't drink anymore. So back to the conversation. So Sunday evening, Kristin and Bill were over and another friend of ours were over, my friend Carrie. And Carrie is a photographer who does the photos for the
Patterson Fruit Farm Santa experience,
which is legitimately the best Santa ever. And
he is so good.
My 10-year-old overheard the conversation and he didn't.
But we weren't discussing anything that was inappropriate.
No.
There were just a couple references.
There was some references that made him question. And when I realized he was listening, I was like, Carrie, and I did the if you're listening and not watching, I did the sign across your neck, cut it out, And so that was actually the giveaway, was me doing that, because then he realized what Carrie was talking about, and then he realized that I was shutting it down, so he knew something wasn't right. So when everyone left, he was sitting on the couch in tears. And I said, what's wrong, buddy? And he was like, you're talking about that. I'm being a little cryptic still,
right,
just in case.
He forgot to turn it off.
And he said, but you're talking about, him. And I said, yeah, what about him? And it kind of just developed into, well, this was at about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the evening. And this went on, when I tell you, hysterics, crying. I have
Which
never.
led to the Tooth Fairy. Which
it led to
the Easter
everything.
Bunny.
So he already knew Easter Bunny, but the Tooth Fairy, our elf, that was shocked. Then he was accepting it all, and then he goes, well, who eats the cookies? And then he would a little
That's
more
why
time
Daddy
would
works
pass.
out.
Right. And then a little more time would pass, and it was, where are all my teeth? And so then yesterday morning, it's Tuesday evening right now. So then Monday morning, wait, was that? Yeah, that was Sunday night. So then Monday morning, he was getting ready for school, and tears before school, and it was a whole thing going to school, and he had not gotten hardly any sleep because it was past midnight by the time he finally went to
This
sleep.
kid doesn't go to bed before midnight anyway.
He
Who are
does,
you joking?
he does, but this time it really was. And so then he is doing much better, but now he had state testing today, so he has had like the worst week. I feel so bad for my buddy, but he's doing much better now. He's in much better spirits.
Poor Joe.
But we had to have a whole talk about how you keep the magic alive for people that still
Right. So
think
there's a lot of different camps. Like
Right.
some people view it as lying to your children.
So I think he kind of felt that way a little bit. I think I said, "Are you mad?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Are you sad?" And he said, "Yes." And I think he had like all the emotions. And as time went on and he thought about it more, he got more emotional. And he's like kind of a sensitive one anyways. My other two, you guys, I don't even remember really like a definitive moment when it
I don't
like
either.
happened.
Ours just kind of,
because
I
it was
never
just
played
kind
it
of
up
like
so much. Like
Yeah.
you did a lot of things.
Well, and I think partially because the other two were older. So like we had all four of us were like in on it. Like Liv would do stuff with our elf and like, you know, everybody was really, and I think we were trying so hard to keep it alive. And he's going to be, he's in 4th grade. He'll be 11 this summer. And
he was gonna find out.
yeah,
sooner
so
or later.
but I
so
feel
guess at
like
home
this
that was better.
I feel like this is an appropriate age to find out, like 4th grade.
And you have to believe in the magic because still in our house we still do the elf, we still hide the Easter basket.
Yes,
like
we
do
will
all the
still
things.
do all the
like,
things.
Presents still come from Santa.
We will still do it all. But
a couple of them.
He did tell me that he saw wrapping paper in our closet, and I said, "Oh, so like." I think there were
It's
things
easy for you now. You don't have to worry.
You guys, I'm really happy.
Yeah, life is so much easier. But you still have to hide the
But it
teeth.
is.
You still have to do all the things.
So he said, "Where are my teeth?" And I said, "Well, we used to save them, and then one day I felt like it was creepy, so I threw them away." And he said, "Okay, that's okay." And then today he came home from school and completely out of the blue, he goes, "So like, am I still gonna get money for the tooth fairy?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
when I
buddy.
lose teeth?" I'm like, "Yes, you will still get money. Like, I'm gonna keep that."
Nothing's
going.
gonna change for you,
And
JoJo.
Sam was so funny because Sam was trying to like, you know, make him feel better. And Sam was like, "Dude, if all those gifts were from mom and dad anyways, that means you're getting the same amount of gifts. So it's not a big deal." Like this is
That was good.
my logical thinker, Sam. Like that is how his brain works. And he's like, "Yeah, you're getting the same amount of gifts." So we're fine now, but it was like a rough couple of days.
Very sad.
Yeah.
You know, in our house, the Easter bunny existed, and it was a real, like, my parents would bring in little bunnies and put them on us in our bed.
That's
and they
fun.
would, like, that's how they'd wake us up on Easter
Do
morning.
you
It
ever
was very
see like
cute.
when people do? We never. So Easter bunny has never been a thing at our house because we, up until a few years ago, were never in town for Easter. We always used to go to Tom's grandma, and so like it was just like not really a thing. Like the baskets were from us, and that was just a thing. And but he did tell me, you know, that my nephew still believes and things like that. So we talked a lot about other kids. But I had to
Can't
like
ruin it for other
right.
kids.
So like I called my brother. I told them. I told his best friend's mom because I was like, "Hey, just a heads up."
We worked
like,
real hard to really help the magic exist in that house. So
Yeah.
Joe better not blow it.
Right. Yes. And actually, funny story about that, which again, I really hope you're still not listening. When I told my brother,
We
and
hope
my
you're
sister,
listening. We hope your
children are not.
listening.
Maybe when you put the little
I'll
note, put a disclaimer.
alert.
Yes. So my, Patterson Fruit Farm has really just a phenomenal Santa. And my niece and nephew came this year. And my niece has been, she's 8. She'll be 9 this year. And she's kind of been questioning a little. So my sister-in-law was like, "I really need you guys to like do something that's going to like solidify this for her." So Kristin told the guy the name of their dog. And so when he spoke about that to her, that was like, that made it real. That was like, holy cow, this is legit.
Listen, I'm helping people lie to their
Well,
kids.
so then I guess their dental hygienist also came
Okay.
and said to Katie, "Was that not the best Santa you've ever seen?" And Lily goes afterwards, she goes, "Mom, obviously it was because it was the real one."
Yeah.
Like, duh. And so we explained that we have to really keep, I said, but now you get to be a part of the fun part of keeping that alive. So
It is really fun. I love the tradition, and so I'm sad for Joe, but man, your life's a lot easier.
I'm really excited about it, you guys. Like I was the mom, like I did separate wrapping paper.
I didn't do that.
We had separate, he had his own paper. He had special tags. Different handwriting, different marker, like everything was separate.
And you do a lot for Christmas. That was a lot of work.
We do a lot. We do a lot. So I'm a little bit relieved. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm real sad for him and all, but like it's okay. I feel like he was at a good age, so I'm okay with it. Like it wasn't like, oh, it got ruined early or anything like that. I feel like it was good. So.
Well, we've had a busy week of all the things, but Campbell's a senior. If you listen, you know that already, but Senior Assassin has begun.
You guys, this was not a thing when I was in high school.
It was not a thing when I was in high school.
I wish it was because it's so fun.
I would have been so into it.
It's so fun.
So basically there's an app called Splashin', and they register, and they've got an administrator, and they have rules. So if you are in the vicinity or frankly anywhere and you see teenagers walking around with goggles and swimmies
and squirt guns,
you probably know that they're playing Senior Assassin.
It's not just our school. Like this is like
so big. It's everywhere.
Big deal
it's
everywhere.
A whole movement.
Yes.
Very fun. So there's lots of rules they can't do, but this app allows them to be tracked. And so that's kind of fun because you know like who's coming for you. But Campbell's been doing chores in her goggles.
That's really funny.
She's calling right now. Well, so she messaged and they just switched it up and switched all their targets. So all their targets have changed. So that's rather interesting, a little twist. So it's been a lot of fun. Like a lot of kids are playing, but my daughter,
this is really funny.
Along with your daughter, and I think like Angelina and a couple other people,
like a secondary helper because it has to be recorded. So like you need, while you're doing it, you need someone else to record it. So I think Olivia was going to record for her was the plan.
So they thought they saw their target because he was on the lacrosse team, and they had the camera ready. They were running. Someone even opened their car door.
Did she get this on camera by any
it's
chance?
on camera.
Oh,
it's funny. It's on the page for like the attempts that didn't happen. She squirted the kid, and it was his brother. It wasn't so much alike. They all thought that it was him, and he's like, "Dude, I'm not my brother."
That is so funny.
So that was kind of funny. But there's been like one kid waited in the garage for 3 hours for him to come home. Another one went racing through a parking lot from the Dairy Queen and up and
you
through.
Don't necessarily know like who has you.
Correct. Until the attempt goes awry.
Right. Unless your attempt goes wrong and like now this kid probably knows who has him. But.
So not anymore because they just switched their target. So it's kind of fun. I think
they did switch?
They just switched like right now. She texted. That's probably what she's calling about.
Okay, good. So she has someone else
She has someone else who I knew who it is, but I can't say. But the person who had Campbell the first go round was on the lacrosse team. And the girl had her friend who's in Jack's grade call Jack and say, "Would you let me in the house to get your sister?" And they'd already worked through this. For $100, they would let someone in the house, but they would first alert Campbell so that she'd be prepared.
I love it.
And then they'd split the $100.
I love it. This is
But
smart.
the winner of this gets $600.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So I think it's pretty fun.
I think it's so fun. And it's all like in good spirit. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
today
fun.
was a little rough because someone was taken a little too seriously.
Oh, goodness.
So one of the administrators has now stepped down. And
Well,
the first person out, who's a very athletic
I'm
kid,
surprised he's the first person out.
is now an administrator.
Yes. Although Olivia did say that the kid that was the administrator, like people were texting him like the worst questions possible. Like, do I have to shoot them in the front or in the back? Do I have to like just annoying? So I think that kind of added to his like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. But it is. I just think it's so fun. I just think Olivia and Jack said that next year they wanna like.
I don't think I'd want to be the administrator.
I don't think I would either.
There's a lot of drama.
I don't know.
So, but it's fun. So that's happening. So like the senior year is officially like here, like the end.
This is the wind down.
I feel like we're like
it's a matter of weeks. Yeah, it's a matter of weeks.
Graduation, and that makes me think I don't have everything ready for this party.
You don't. But not only for graduation, but like seniors are done so much earlier. Like, I mean, granted, Campbell's a little different because she doesn't have regular classes at the school all day, but like those
all
that
of her
do
college finals will be done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like everything is going to be done long before that.
I hope they do like a senior clap out or something, or like walk
they
out
do
something. I think I'm going to go to that.
I feel like they do something like that. I know it is kind of crazy. Olivia is going this weekend, and you guys, I'm a little nervous. So my niece is a freshman at Miami. I say my niece, she's our cousin, but like it's just easier. She is a freshman at Miami. Her and Olivia we always joke their personalities are identical. We're very, very close with her parents, and she and her brother are really close with my kids. And so Olivia's going to visit her at Miami this weekend, and I'm really nervous. It's Olivia's like first like.
You should be.
Yeah.
Does she have her fake?
I'm not saying this on here. I'm not like no incriminating evidence and no, what is it? Plausible deniability.
She watched Legally Blonde.
I know nothing about anything, but I am like, it's one thing to go on a college tour. This is like, and Mia, my niece, she's like, oh, I'll take her on a tour. I'm like, I'm sure you will.
Is she going to go on a real one?
She is going to do a real tour, yeah. So she is going to do a real tour, and then, but she's also going to, I'm sure, do things that I, at the time, would have been proud of. Maybe not so much now. But I'm excited for her to, I am excited at the same time because I think that when you go on a college tour, it is different than getting to go on, like, see the social side of things. And so much of your college life is the social side of things. So I think that if you get the opportunity to go, you should. And she's going to stay in her cousin's dorm. And
it'll be a nice weekend.
She's going to have a good time. So she's going Friday after school. And
I will be curious
Sunday.
to see what she says about Miami size and culture versus Ohio State.
I am very curious as well because, so her number one choice right now is Ohio State. And I think
Miami is a great school.
Oh, for sure. But I think part of the reason that Ohio State is so high on her radar is because it's really the only campus that she really knows well, right? Like she's been down there a million times and, Ohio State is Ohio State, right? Like it's so exciting and she loves the big campus. I can
see her at Miami.
So I actually could too. It's funny that you say that. I
feel
really
like
could see her there.
I don't know. Like she's just kind of like, I think she's a sorority girl. Like
she's a girl's girl, right? Like
I can see her doing that. Yes. And that's a much better, bigger culture there.
It's kind of funny because I laugh. I was never a girl's girl. I am more now as an adult that I feel like I need my girlfriends as an adult more than I ever was in high school. Like, I
feel like even like how she presents herself, like all the things, like she's into.
She cares about what she, not that
her hair, her makeup.
But she's a little materialistic. Let's be honest here. But she's not like her personality is not, but she cares about those things. She really, really does care about them.
And she's cute. I can see her there.
Thank you. But no, I really do think she would enjoy it. And I'm excited for her to go there because I want her to say like, hey, you know what? Like Ohio State isn't the only school for me. Like there might be somewhere that's good for me as well. So, so she's going to go there this weekend. I'm a little nervous.
It'll be fun. Is she driving by herself?
Valentina's going with her. Her friend is going with.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah. Yeah. So she was only allowed to bring one friend with her. And 3 of her girlfriends wanted to go, but her cousin's like, I can only fit one more person in the dorm. And like, I'm not going to ask like other people, So for this time, only one is going with her. So
my daughter spent any of her free time today assembling this little cupboard that we got her for her dorm. And she put the whole thing together herself. It was like 1 million pieces. I'll let you know if I recommend it after we give it some testing out.
You got it on Is this the one that was sitting in the market
yeah.
that I saw? Yeah.
But it was literally in thousands of pieces. It was very interesting. So
my kids are coming home. They're all out tonight. Everyone's at sports. And Joey came home first and he wanted nothing to do. Kristin made the best. Would you call it an enchilada or a burrito?
It's kind of like a burrito enchilada.
It's like burritos and then it's like an enchilada bake.
It's like an enchilada bake, but they're individual.
Literally
enchiladas.
Amazing. And so my son, Joey came home and wanted nothing to do with that. He came home from football. He was like, no thanks. So
Not
Olivia and Campbell are heading home from an hour and a half away from a lacrosse game.
Anybody want to know the score?
6-7.
And we were not the 7.
No, we were not. And now Sam just texted. He's on his way home from golf asking what is for dinner. So I'm playing up the meal because sometimes they get nervous on new things.
It's really good.
And
it really was good.
I did. I just texted.
Danna made some great guac.
I did make some good guacamole. We had good
queso
little
fundido, queso. Yes. It was
tequila.
Good. Tequila.
It was a good evening.
But we have to say that in Ohio, we are very excited that Buc-ee's opened today in Ohio. So if you know, I do like Buc-ee's, but I love their Buc-ee's. What do you call these? Styrofoam cups. Mm-hmm. So you don't just get to take these; you have to pay for them. Just FYI, in case anybody wondered, they make you pay for the cup and the ice, even if you don't have a drink in it.
Which is hilarious, by the way.
So my friend texted me and said that the hotels were sold out in the area. They did
Buc-ee's?
For Buc-ee's, they did over $1 million today.
So they must have had like, so Parker was saying this earlier, the governor was there last week. I think they probably had like a soft opening type of thing or
so
something. A couple got
it's
married.
open.
A couple got married there.
Like recently?
Oh, when they had this like soft opening last week.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God. I'm not even joking. Yeah.
Well, I hope they certainly serve their guest drinks out of styrofoam cups because that would only be fitting.
I think it's appropriate.
So.
All right, really quick before we end, I was just going to give an update on my books that I've read recently because I have a couple good ones and a couple really bad ones.
I always love this portion of our podcast.
Oh, do you?
I
now?
do.
Okay, so I don't remember what I told you guys last, but I haven't updated in a while. But I read this Long Bright River, 10 out of 10 recommend. So good. The Irish Goodbye, loved it. If you want to, both of those are a little bit heavier reads. Summer in the City, very light read, super cute, not bad. The Correspondent. Guys, I read it in 2 days. And to be clear, when I say read, a lot of times I'll listen and read like back and forth. The Correspondent, I read the physical book, which I feel like if I read a physical book, it tends to take me longer because I just don't have as much time. But it was when we were in Mississippi. And I read it in 2 days and I loved it. I 10 out of 10 recommend that. I also, for my book club, had to read All the Colors of the Dark.
I can tell you she did not like
I hated this book.
She could not get into it.
I did not like it.
And I said, and you want me to read books?
It was the slowest possible read. Like there are parts that we discussed it at book club on Saturday. And like there are parts that I blatantly just missed because I must have just completely zoned out. Like it was so boring to me. I would not recommend this book. And then Sunday, I started Strangers, which is a memoir about marriage. I did not realize what it was about. It's a woman's account of her divorce, and it is a true story, and it's based and it's told by the author. Really fascinating. I found it to be really, really good. Short, easy read, but really different perspective on
I always
things.
said I could write a book.
I think it was literally someone that like went through a bad divorce. It was a kind of out of left field divorce, wasn't expecting it. And it's her account of it. And it was during the pandemic they are a very wealthy family, and both of sides kind of go back well-known, like actors, actresses, like things like that in the background of their families. So a lot of money, and it was just like a really interesting read. And now I also started Buc-ee, which is a historical fiction based in Ohio.
Well, I'd like to give you the accounts of my books that
know.
I have read this week and this month, and that would be the Bible. That's about all I got.
She also read the Chester News.
I read a bunch of Facebook posts,
I'm trying to think what else you may have read. Yeah.
I read a bunch of mail. That's about it. Reading just isn't for me. I'm going to try to get into it. This one book, though, I think I might be able to get into it. I don't know. One of the ones you said.
The
we'll talk about it.
You would like.
Until next time, friends, we're Mismatched.